Ever since I can remember, I've always been into music. Now, I don't consider myself a very talented singer, and I don't consider myself the best guitarist or anything like that. In fact, my first instrument was the trumpet, and it was by accident. I actually remember sitting in band class wanting to learn the clarinet, but my parents could never afford one. And eventually, they got a hold of a trumpet, and so I learned how to play that. And I was never too interested in it, but something in me kept driving me to keep going. And eventually, I joined my first worship group. So in that was a new experience for me. But I learned to connect music to God, and that's something completely new and foreign. But it was brilliant. And soon I learned that I could be something more than I ever imagined if I committed myself to being a musician who was after the heart of God. And looking back, I've come to realize that there are two kinds of roads that we can take as musicians. So if you're a musician or you're an aspiring musician, maybe this will speak to you. And in fact, I think that this applies to life as well. See, I think that when I first started playing the guitar, I wanted to be the best. I wanted to be the next Joe Satriani or Steve Vai, just brilliant on the guitar. And I reasoned that once I became the best, then I would have an audience, and I could tell them something about God and show them something different and new. Well, I can sit here and play whatever I want at this point. But what I've come to realize is when I got to that point, I ran out of things to say. So I gained all this musical talent, but I lost God in what I was doing. I lost sight of the reason why I picked it up and why I kept going in the first place. And then I found the second path. I gave up everything that I was doing, and I decided, instead of trying to be the next Joe Satriani, instead of trying to be the next best thing, I'm just going to try to please God in everything I do and dedicate what I do to Him, and hope and pray that He continues to let me build on my music. So what I'm trying to say is that there's two ways to really look at life and anything we do in life. There's the way that says, I want it all, and when I have it all, I'll thank God for what I have, and I'll show people God once I have everything I need. And then there's the way that says, I need God, and He will give me everything else when I come to realize that He is all I need. Well, I used to be a part of that first group. I used to want everything, and when I had everything, then I would show the world what God could do. And now I'm in the second path here. That's where I'm at, and in everything I do, I'm trying to, as hard as I can, and believe me, it's hard, to look for God first and put Him first and foremost. And I know that He will give me everything else. That's why I worship. That's why I play guitar. That's why I live. Thank you for watching.